Hi class. So today we're going to take a little break from our poster, but I just want to show you how far I've come. Let me put this more in the screen there. I'm actually adding more warm colors, and I'm collaging on top of some of the old collage because I don't like how that original color looked. I think I'll end up cutting out just the block letters for the lettering. I think I'm going to go to the edge with the red, and I think I'm going to cut out thin black lines and just add some outlines, but I'll make that decision later. But I'm totally enjoying this process, and I hope you are too. What I thought I would do today is a thing I did yesterday with an artist friend who's doing a Facebook Live video thing, is how to doodle, because I think because of the electronics in our lives now, rather than doodling, people go surfing on the internet or play their game or whatever. But doodling is awesome because, again, it's activating a different part of your brain, the creative side, the dreaming side, the side that knows how to nourish itself. We'll call that the right side of the brain. So I'm going to tilt the camera down here. I'm going to do it in two stages. The first stage will appear familiar to you. So so here we go. Stage one. I'm going to, maybe I should do this in Sharpie so you can see. Wait a minute, I'll bring this up again. Here we go. So stage one, I'm going to draw a table, which is just a couple of parallel lines. Where's that other? There it is. Boom. And then some horizontal lines across it. So I have 8 boxes. Now in each box, and you can draw along with me, I'm going to do a different pattern. And I know we've done patterns. Let's get this good. So I'm going to try good old striped patterns. And good old wavy patterns. And maybe some scales, which are the beginning of shapes. And maybe a checkerboard, which is using more shapes and adding some contrast, so it's not just mostly white, so it's half black, half white. Oh, yay, Miss Green, my students can't see that. Let's see. Okay, sort of, okay. Sort of like off the table here. I'm sorry, boys and girls. Okay, here we go. Wait, sort of. Okay, and then some spirals. The spirals are magic. To draw a spiral, it's as if you're drawing a circle, but the line gets shorter or closer and closer in. And my favorite, Mr. and Mrs. Polka Dot. But they like to live inside of donuts. So speaking of food, maybe I'll what is this thing? Speaking of food, we've also got pie. Which are made out of triangles. And we've got, what else? We can have anything. And maybe, let's see, on top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese. I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. It rolled off the table and onto the floor. And then my poor meatball, it rolled out the door. So that's a table of lines and shapes and patterns like we did earlier. But now what do we do? So now we're going to put it all together without a plan. And I just want you to start anywhere on your paper. I'm starting at the corner. And this is also called automatic drawing. And automatic drawing was a parlor game played by the Surrealists and the Dadaists of the 1920s. The 1920s was a historical period right after the 1918 pandemic, which killed millions of people. It was the flu. Also with a racist surname called the Spanish flu. But what someone's pointed out is that after pandemics or plagues, there's a huge rebound, a huge renaissance of creativity. So we're going to partake in that possibility. And I'm going to use my practice lines as a starting point, but I don't need to be completely faithful to it. I can just see where my pen wants to take me on this country road. I'm wondering what kind of music you guys are listening to. There's an old song called Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, written by Otis Redding when he moved to San Francisco with a broken heart. And with that broken heart, he went and sat on the pier. I'm going to guess if he was in the East Bay, the Berkeley Pier. If he was in San Francisco, I think one of the piers at Fisherman's Wharf. And the song sort of goes, sitting on the dock of the bay and watching the tide roll in. I got nothing left to say. I can't remember the words, but look it up, it's good. It's very, I feel like it's very apropos for this moment in time where the most important thing you can do is stay home. Just sitting on the dock of your own, the bay of your mind, not infecting people. Self-discipline of not looking for external stimulation. Getting a little contrast. So, what's nice with my little table is if I run out of quote ideas, I can look up here and go, oh, I want to add something. If you've got colored pencils or colored markers at home, you can add color, of course. I'm always what's the word? A fan of trying to make half your project dark and half your project light. I see you. I want to show you another little trick. Oh, this is already 10 minutes. Okay. If you don't have a marker, I just want to say you can also use a pencil. And with the pencil, you can play with values. Tomorrow we're going to do a little warm up just with values. Maybe we'll do two, one for the collage and one for just making art. Okay, hope you're good. Love to hear from you. Please post photos of you and your artwork, and I'll see you tomorrow.